Hello and welcome to this short movement and meditation snack, I'm going to be calling it. So this will be a short, about 15-minute full yoga practice. So there'll be about 5 minutes of movement of the yoga asana, the postures to open up through the spine, the chest and the hips a little. Then we'll take a seat and do about 5 minutes of breath or pranayama, and then about 5 minutes of meditation on the breath. So you don't need too much for this practice, just somewhere comfortable and potentially something to sit on during the pranayama meditation, whether that's a cushion, a yoga block even, or maybe a yoga bolster like I've got for myself here. So let's begin with some of our gentle and very simple asana, and we'll start today in a child's pose. So come towards the back of your mat or whatever space you're practicing in, and you can have your knees wide, toes touching, hips towards your heels, and then extend your arms forward. Forehead towards the mat, or maybe onto a block or some other prop if the mat feels a little far away. Just settle in here, extending through the spine. And find your breath. Deep into the belly where it's getting compressed a little, breathing in. And breathing out. In and out through the nose, really filling up this lower part of the belly, lowest part of the lungs. And slow down each breath just a little more. Just 2 more breaths like that here. Really settling in. You might even sigh out on these exhales. Great. Staying here, start to walk the hands off your mat towards the left side. Finding a lateral shape here. You might stack one palm on top of the other as you draw your right hip back towards the heel. Breathing into the right side body here. Keeping those slow, full breaths. Slowly come back through center and straight over to the other side. Off to the mat on the right side, left hips reaching back towards that left heel. Maybe you stack the palms behind your breath. Great, coming back through center, take one breath in the middle. Notice any new length on the side bodies here. And on your next breath in, come up towards a tabletop. So you'll bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips if they were a little wider, and spread your fingers nice and wide here. On your next breath in, tailbone lifts, heart shines forward, maybe your gaze comes forward a little. As you exhale, tailbone tucking under, chin to chest, round through the spine, press the mat away. Continuing like this with your own breath through Bithalasana, cat-cow. Draw the shoulders back on the inhale, rounding chin to chest on the exhale. And really dive into the breath here as your guide throughout this whole practice as we move and eventually as we come into stillness. Just one more round here. Great, come back to a neutral spine, the space between those two shapes. Bring your left hand in front of your face, down on the earth, and as you inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, thread the needle, right arm underneath the left, reach as far as you can, hover the arm. Inhale, reaching up again. Widen across the heart at the top. Exhale, thread, hover. One more like that. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, thread and hover. Reach a little further if you can. And then lower the shoulder, the arm, the temple to the earth. Option to extend your left arm forward. Then keep drawing that left hip back in line with the right as you twist here. Find the breath deep in the belly as we did in Child's. Long and slow and steady breaths. Left hand comes back in front of your face. Next breath in, reach up with the right arm. And breath out, plant that hand down. Left arm reaches up, breath in. Breath out, thread the needle, reach and hover. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, thread. Reach a little further. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, thread, reach as far as you can, and then land the shoulder back at the hand, the temple. Maybe right arm extends towards the front of your mat. Draw that right hip back in space. Breathe low into the belly, almost like you're trying to breathe into the pelvic area. Last full breath here. Great, land the right hand back in front of the face. Inhale, left arm reaches up. And exhale, land it back down. Walk your hands about a handspan forward, then shift your shoulders over your wrists so you're coming into a half plank here. Nice long line from the knees out the crown. Take a breath in, shift the shoulders forward. As you exhale, press into the hands as your elbows graze by your ribs, lower all the way down. As you land, bring your fingertips wide, elbows high, press into the tops of your feet. Inhale, striking cobra, chest and head lift, keep those legs active. Exhale, lower all the way down. 2 more like that. Inhale, lift. On the exhale, melt your way down. Maybe you close your eyes if not already. Inhale. Exhale, release. Great. Hands under your shoulders, press back, child's pose. This time you can have narrow knees. And arms can come down by your sides towards your heels. Just breathe into the back of your heart, into your lower back. Almost like you could spread the skin along the back line with each inhale, softening wider with each exhale. Great. From here, gently rolling up to sit up on your heels. And taking your time, find your prop if you have one to sit on. You can sit cross-legged or you can sit as you are here, maybe with a block or cushion between your thighs. I'm going to opt for cross-legged. And take your time to settle into space. Allow your hands to land somewhere intentional, maybe backs of the hands on the thighs, maybe there's a specific mudra that you know you enjoy. And wherever you are, let your pelvis get heavy, closing down your eyes or softening your gaze downward if not already. Soften your shoulders. Draw your chin up and back a little. And feel how that draws the earlobes away from your shoulders a little more. And just sense into what may have already shifted in the breath, in the body. A little more space through the chest, maybe the spine. We'll come into a few rounds of a pranayama practice called Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. You use your dominant hand. You might need to open your eyes. Bring your pointer finger and your middle finger down towards the flesh of your thumb on that hand, whichever one it is. For me, it's right. And then your thumb comes towards your nostril and the ring finger to the other nostril. Pinky just pointing out here. and the other hand can rest where it was. From here, take a breath in through both nostrils and a breath out through both. Close off the right, inhale through the left, nice and slow and long. Close left, open right, exhale right. Inhale through the right. Close right, open left, exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Taking 3 more rounds on your own, switching fingers at the top of each inhale. See if you can soften a little between the eyebrows. Maybe slow down the breath even more. This last round here. And your next breath out through the left nostril. Gently release, no rush to get there. Bringing the hand back down. Breathing fresh air, fresh prana through both nostrils. And seeing as you land, where you feel the breath most strongly, most potently. It might be at the nostrils, the cool inhale and the warm exhale. Maybe it's somewhere in the chest or even the throat. Maybe you feel the breath most strongly in the belly. Or it might be for you all of these at once, almost like this full body breathing. And wherever the breath lands most strongest or most keenly for you, start to rest your awareness there, to the object of your meditation. This cycle of the inhale and the exhale. Maybe the pauses in between. No need to control any part of the breath here, just watching. Noticing whenever the mind wanders or gets a little more noisy, and just inviting yourself to come back. No need to judge the mind. It's made to think, it's doing what it's used to. Just invite it for now, a few more minutes to just stay with this breath, the simplicity, the beauty of it. The aliveness within each breath. And watch how maybe even for just a brief moment, the mind does quiet down. just a little, as the breath takes up your awareness. Forming this intimate relationship with your breath, watching the full length of the inhale, the start, the middle, the end, how it lingers at the top, how the exhale maybe creates this softening, this release. Seeing what new things you can notice with each breath. And perhaps you can start to recognize the part of you in the background that is aware of you being aware of the breath. It's pure awareness, pure witness, aware of you being aware. Rest back into this pure stillness for these last few moments. Maybe even letting go of the breath and just witnessing this full moment, just as it is. Slowly draw your hands towards your heart. In Anjali Mudra, prayer, palms to touch, thumbs to the sternum. And holding gratitude, thanks between the palms of your hands for yourself, for yoga practice, and for stillness. Namaste.